Welcome to the Abarcast After Hours with lovely ladies. We are live on Instagram, TikTok now. I think YouTube's up somewhere. We're live on multiple platforms, guys. This is the first podcast in the Northeast tri-state area to have an after hours show with lovely fucking ladies every week. Joe, roll the intro. Announcements, guys. Again, I specialize in fat loss and booty building. They call me the booty doctor, guys. If you guys didn't know. All right. So online coaching, it includes diet, individualized training programs. I have my own app. You can hit up my Instagram, hit up my email, and I'll put you on. I also do in-person training if you are located in the tri-state area. Ladies. We have lovely ladies on the panel. Please state your name, age, what you do for a living, and dating status. And then we will introduce my guest from earlier today as well. All right? Why don't you go first?
Okay, so my name is Mecker. I'm 24. I'm a student. I have a part-time job, and I'm single.
My name is Kiara. I'm 24. I am in a relationship. I'm a treatment coordinator for an orthodontist, as well as I bartend at night. And I also own a small staffing agency for bartenders and bottle girls and whatnot. And that's about it.
Love that. Special guest. What about you, brother?
What's the word?
For anyone who is just tuning in right now, this was a special guest earlier. We dropped some fucking wisdom on you guys on the previous episode. So make sure you check that out. But go ahead, brother. Introduce yourself.
Speedy Shepherd, motivational speaker. I'm a motivational orator, content creator. And yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, man, So, yeah.
I appreciate that, bro. All right, so guys, ladies, I need to know the foundations and what you guys look for in dating, whether you are single or taken. All right, just so I could make sure I'm directing the conversation in the right path. Right. I want to ask, describe your ideal man. If this man is perfect, describe him. Why don't we start off with Kiara and then we work this way?
Are we describing physical features?
You describe.
Or are we just...
You know what? Let's go into details. Top 3 traits. It could be anything.
Okay.
Physical, spiritual, personality, favorite color, whatever the fuck you want. Top 3.
Okay.
That's a make or break, though.
Number 1 for me is a motivated man.
A
motivated man, a driven man. I'm very motivated. I'm very driven. I work very hard. So I do appreciate a man who has that same drive and can appreciate my hustle because he has his own. Let me see. Number 2, tall. I'm a bit on the tall side. So I need a tall man, make me feel a little short, whatnot. And that's a hard one.
Come on, this is last. This is your perfect
right?
man.
It should have been easy.
It should be extremely easy. Don't you shouldn't you know what you want?
You're right. And an overall kind person. I think that we live in a generation where people are very negative and, are very inconsiderate of the people around them, and kind men and kind people are very important in the world. So kindness.
Love that. What about you, Mike?
Okay.
What are you looking for? An ideal man. Anyone who's just tuning in right now on TikTok and Instagram, describe your ideal man.
In 3 words, right? You said.
No 3 words, maybe 3 traits.
Okay.
3 traits.
A guy like that knows what he wants, like a decided guy. Do you call it like that?
Decisive.
Decisive. Yeah.
Decisive.
Is mature like a trait? Is considered a trait?
Definitely, of course.
And if we're talking about like a physical trait, well, I'm very into blue eyes. I don't know why.
Blue eyes.
Yeah, blue eyes.
All right, so los gringos out there, you know.
Yeah.
That's right.
What about you, Speedy? Obviously, you know, for the other gender, describe your ideal woman.
Nurturing. What else? Outgoing and loyal. Yeah. It's 3, right?
I like that. Yep, that's it. Very, very good.
Wait, hold, I'm backtracking. Hold on. So I said nurturing. I'm gonna take off. What did I say? The second one. What was the second one? Outgoing, right? So I'm gonna take outgoing off, and I'm gonna put family oriented and loyal.
Right. I was about to check you, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I was like, yo, bro, outgoing. You sure?
Yeah. Nah, come on.
Go ahead, Isabel. What's up? Girl, stop describing me, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. Just slide into the DMs, girl. God damn. Yo. Come on, girl.
It's actually 2 Brians in here.
Yo, for real.
Come on.
All right. So, ladies, let me capitalize on that. Let's say if you only had 3 options: 6 feet, 6 figures, or a 6-pack. What would you choose? Now, I'm talking about extremes here. Like, if you want 6 feet, and if you don't choose 6 feet, this motherfucker's gonna be 5 feet. Okay? 6 figures. All right, this guy's successful. If you guys don't choose 6 figures, this guy's working at CVS or he's making $8 an hour. 6-pack, obviously, you know, you don't need a fucking bodybuilder, but a guy in shape or a fat motherfucker. Okay? So you have to choose 2 out of 3. 2 out of the 3. What would it be? Mech, go ahead.
Oh my god. Okay, she's ready. Let me think a little bit because I really don't know.
6 feet and 6 figures.
Okay.
We ain't worried about that 6-pack.
Why?
So this guy, he's obese. You know, you're gonna have to do some extra work to lift the belly up. Like, you okay with that?
We got 6 figures. We can make that happen.
What do you, elaborate? Make what happen?
We hire a trainer. You know, we get him right.
All right, but obviously, if this guy's, just to kind of like elaborate, if this guy's already, you know, overweight, like he has no motivation, he has no discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do not.
Do you want a guy like that?
I don't know. Yeah, you know what? You're right because I need a motivated man.
Right, because the first thing you said was motivated, right? Man.
So you're right. I got me rethinking my decision.
Are you gonna stick with those 2?
I don't know.
I'm gonna keep that,
was
as
a hard one. I'm
gonna make it as a yes. I just had to ask. I just had to ask.
You made me think.
That's what I do as a host, girl. All right, Mac. What about you?
Well, going back with what she chose, like I would choose that one too because like if you actually like more like I feel like I'm capable of motivating that guy. You know, like I feel like I'm that kind of woman if like I'm like pushing him to do better to like I feel like that wouldn't be like a bad thing actually. If I really like love the person, it doesn't matter how he looks. And if I want to change something, I can just encourage him in going in a healthy path.
Meg, that's a phenomenal point. Now, I just want to clarify, especially for the audience out there. You know, you said I agree with her, but she didn't even like she was a little iffy towards the end. So I just want to get a very clear answer from you. 6 feet, 6 figures, or 6-pack? Choose 2 out of 3.
6 feet and 6 figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me capitalize on that question. Do you think a person who's 6 feet and who has 6 figures, he's already successful? Do you think that he already needs motivation from his girl?
Like successful in professional or like.
Well, I mean, if he's making 6 figures, he's somewhat successful. I mean, that makes up about 30% of men in the U.S.
Isabella has something to say.
All right.
6 figures because he has himself put together, and 6-pack because he cares about well-being. We love a man who has his stuff together.
Isabella, very.
That's a very
She's very smart. Isabella, I appreciate you.
Shout out to Isabella.
You're smart, girl. You're smart.
But Meg, just to capitalize on that, you know, you mentioned what you said, and I just kind of wanted to like just push back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna change your answer, or are you gonna stick with your answer? Because like in my perspective, and maybe Speedy could comment on this. If you're already successful, I'm already motivated. I don't need, you know, my significant other to push me to thrive for more, because I'm already successful. I'm already thriving for more. If you're successful, you're thriving for more. If you already have 6 figures, but you're not motivated, you're gonna lose those 6 figures. You're gonna lose your net income, etc.
Very true.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I comment on that? Yeah. I completely agree, but I do also feel like just because you're successful doesn't mean that there's certain points or aspects in your life that you can be more motivated in. We can be successful, we can be happy, but there are still things that can emotionally make you feel more successful or personally make you more successful, like working out or things like that. Like me personally, the reason I say that, I just had a baby 9 months ago. And I feel like I'm in a great
Congratulations.
place. Thank you. I'm very happy. I'm obsessed with my son. I'm obsessed with my family. But it's very hard for me at this stage of my baby's, you know, where my baby is now. He's still under a year, you know, we're still adjusting. And I feel like at this point, it's been very hard for me to like motivate myself and go into the gym and really focus on me because I'm focused on my baby. So the reason I feel that people can there's just because you're successful doesn't mean that there's other things that you can't be motivated in. And sometimes we lack that motivation, even though we're happy. You know, there's certain aspects in life that we can do better in if we put ourselves or apply ourselves to it. You know. Do you get what I'm
Speedy, you got something to say? It seems like you got something to say after that.
I mean, nah, that's very true. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from when you say these things, but you know, I was thinking when you said that, you know, you don't have time to work on yourself. That baby is you. So you are working on yourself, technically. You're actually working on yourself more than you know, because it's certain things and it's something that I learned too. I've been learning like for a few years, and I've been coming to the realization of is that, you know, sometimes our parents say, oh, well, I don't have enough time for me. But it's like when you raise these kids, you're literally building you, but just in a different body. It's an extent. It's actually really you. That has 23 of your chromosomes, 23 Absolutely. Of their father's chromosomes, right? So that's actually really you working on you. So don't feel like you're losing out, because the things that you're going to lose out on, right, that child can live out through too.
No, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't per se, I wouldn't say that I feel like I'm losing out. Because I'm, you know, of course I'm so involved in my son's life. He's so little and I'm obsessed with him. He's awesome. But I just feel like all moms, even dads, all new parents kind of go through a time where they kind of feel like they're losing themselves.
Yeah.
And it's hard, like after having a baby.
It's new, and the person that you become after having a child is completely different. It's a lot of growth. It's hard to deal with sometimes because you do like miss and mourn that old version of yourself, but it's beautiful to see the growth that you have now. Wow.
You know, like I said, you know, I'm happy where I am. I just feel like there are certain aspects that we all know that we can work on, even when we're happy with where we are. And that's something for me that I feel like you know, of course, I'm doing what I can and I'm doing my best for my baby. But that's something that me personally, I know that that's something for me. And I have to push myself to do that just for me.
Gotcha.
Because as parents, we lose ourselves and we have to have something that feels like ours.
Right. I feel that. Speedy?
I mean, you say 24, right? I'm 24. I mean, it's nothing to feel like you're losing out on or anything. You ain't losing yourself in anything. I don't think so. I can say that. I'm not a parent though. However, I really study. I'm minored in sociology in college, whatever that was. But I minored in it. But one thing that I learned is that I understand like why things happen the way they happen and where we come from and stuff like that. So your purpose to live is to actually be a mother.
Absolutely.
Like that's, but beyond these lights,
Absolutely.
beyond this microphone, beyond these shades, anything physical beyond that, we are born to give you babies and you are born to nurture those babies and grow them. So you're actually in your purpose.
I agree. But
It's new. It's new.
Yes, it's new. But to also capitalize on what you just said. Yes, it is my purpose. But my only purpose is not to be.
Oh, yeah. We have multiple.
I do want to say that for my new moms out there, for my moms doing the thing, my working moms, my single moms, all moms, you know, at the end of the day, yes, being a mom is my purpose. I love being a mom. It's awesome. It's so rewarding. Especially, you know, sometimes at this age, like, sometimes I even go to the doctors and, like, they look at me like, you're so young.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a freaking teen mom. Like, I'm 15. Like, dude, chill out. Like, I'm in my 20s.
You're at the perfect age.
Yeah,
actually.
relax.
Yep.
Like, I'm keeping up with my kid, you know. I'm a cool mom.
Good job.
But, like, you know, to all my moms out there, man, like, you're not just a mom. Like, you can be everything and a mom. Like, I could be a mom, I could be a boss, I could be a bad bitch. Bad bitch first, mom second. Now I'm playing.
All right, so let me comment on
There's
that.
other purposes.
Let me comment on that. You said you were taken.
Yes, I am.
All right. So you got a man in your life.
Yes.
Now, if you have a man in your life and you have a kid, okay, you don't have to go into detail whether the man is your baby dad or not. It is what it is. Whatever. But the purpose of a man is to lead into the relationship. Dictate. Right? Now, if a man is leading and taking care of his girl, especially taking care of his girl and his kid, okay, whether it's biological or not, he needs to provide. So that ends up making you a leader. Do you think there could be a leader and a boss babe in the same relationship?
Absolutely.
How?
My boyfriend is the father of my child.
Okay.
And my boyfriend is very much a leader. He applies himself a lot more than the average guy our age.
That's great.
Is a father. You know, my boyfriend goes above and beyond for our son and for us as a family.
Right.
But my boyfriend also encourages me to work hard and follow my dreams and still be who I want to be. Like, the only reason I even started, I started a staffing agency for bartenders and bottle girls and private staffing. And the reason I even started it was because of him. He pushed me to do it. He was like, you know, babe, this is something that you kept talking about. You wanted to do. You know, why not just do it? Like, you're just sitting around waiting for an invitation to do it. For what? Do it. You know, I have all the faith in you. Why not do it? And I appreciate that about him because he doesn't shoot me down. He brings me right back up. He's my equal. He doesn't treat me like I'm lower than him or lesser than him. He treats me like an equal. And he makes me feel like a strong woman for that. And that's something I appreciate about him so much. So, yes, he is definitely the leader in our family. But I also feel like he encourages me to still be a boss babe, like you said, and do what makes me happy and what's good for our family.
Mac, do you think that in a relationship, you know, the man and woman should be an equal, or there should be a leader and then someone who just follows?
Like, let me just be clear. In like all ways, or just like economically, or just like in general?
In general, in general. I mean, it's nowadays it's 2023. There's a lot of different avenues you could kind of take. You know, there's the feminism route where there's the boss babe, and then the man is staying home, cooking, cleaning, and then there's another route where there's an equal, and then both you guys are having a job, and then it's very tough to take care of the baby, and then there's no time to take care of the baby, so then you end up getting the grandmother, the nanny to take care of the baby. Or there's the traditional way where the guy ends up doing the bread work, okay, provides, takes leadership. It's like, yo, girl, stay home, take care of the baby. I got y'all. I'll bring the bread home. Just make sure I have a nice warm meal when I get home. You got 3 avenues right here. All right.
So I feel like it's better when it's equal. Because like me, I'm not a mom. I'm not a mom yet. So, but like if I was in a situation where I'm like married, have a baby, I personally wouldn't want to be like staying home all day, just like being like a wife, you know? Because like I'm studying, I want my profession, I want to graduate. And if I'm just gonna like have a baby and just sit down or do house cleaning and not do what I really like having a baby doesn't like necessarily mean like, oh, my life is over, because you still can have like a baby and still do your stuff, the things you want, the things you are advocate for, same as like the husband, the boyfriend, the dad of the baby. So no, yeah, I feel like it's actually equal. I was like, my parents was like, they were old fashioned. Like my mom was in the house, my dad was the one who was working. But even though I grew up in a house like that, I feel like no, women are more than just like staying at home and raising kids, because they can raise the kids and at the same time they can be a buzz outside of the house. They can like work, etc.
Okay.
So,
Speedy, it seems like you got something to say, man.
No, I just wanted to ask, like, do any of you ladies follow like the feminist movement?
Yes.
Define feminism?
Yeah.
No, for the men.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Define feminism.
yeah, I mean, so if we were kind of like unaware about feminism,
Right.
you know, describe feminism in similar terms in like one sentence.
So feminism is a group of women who come together to empower other women to be liberated.
Right.
And to be free. To be free.
Kara, would you agree or disagree?
I guess I agree with that definition.
Mhm.
That sounds about the generalized version.
Yeah, a generalized version is probably like feminism being like, you guys, women definitely felt like they were underappreciated. They felt like they did not have a voice. They did not have a chance to even do anything or feel anything, or, you know, they didn't have a microphone.
Right.
Right? Modern feminism is getting to a point where women think that men ain't shit, that women feel like men cannot, you know, lead. Women do not feel like
They don't
they
need a man.
need a man.
That's right.
Matter of fact, they could even fucking artificially make a fucking child, and they could just be you know, they could raise their child with just their besties when they end up having fucking ladies' night every weekend. Like, that's modern feminism.
Yeah.
Modern
Feminism has taken a turn.
Yeah.
It has. For sure.
But Kiara, what's feminism for you?
I mean, feminism for me is just uplifting other women, pushing other women to do better, pushing other women to believe in themselves. You know, I think that's what it's all about. Just at the end of the day, sadly, we do live in a men's world. Sadly.
Why?
Hold on.
That triggered
everybody.
Hold hold on,
I like
hold
how
on.
that triggered everybody.
Hold on.
I like how that
Hold
triggered
on.
everybody.
Not triggered at all, but I just want to ask questions because I'm a host. Like all I do is just ask questions. I want to learn from you guys. You know, so you said sadly, you know, we're living in a men's
I
world.
don't mean sadly in like a end of the world type of
Right,
way,
but like, you know, in a negative way,
You
like sadly.
you gonna have to just explain that
Yes,
now because you
yes.
said it.
I
Because
just feel like-
at the end of the day, you know, in the past 2,000-3,000 years, us men, we carried society and culture and the world to what it is today. We ended up inventing a bunch of things, you know, almost everything.
But
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Even like tampons to help you guys out.
Even this building, how many floors? How many floors?
So you know, like if hypothetically, let's say, you know, let's let women run the world. Do you guys think that you guys would be okay running
Yes.
the world?
without a woman, you wouldn't be here right now talking to me.
That's very true.
That's
And this is something
that's facts.
And listen,
That doesn't
I'm-
answer the
I'm-
question though.
I'm
Okay.
Wait, she said how? Wait, without who? You said without you. You said
said
without.
without women, none of us would be sitting here right now.
Yeah, that's the first.
But yeah, answer. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, that's not the question.
so
Wasn't the question.
A, you can either rephrase it, or two, explain why you said sadly.
So why sadly does men run the world, and would women do a better job?
I'm not saying women would do a better job. I just feel like sometimes we forget. Well, I mean, with modern feminism, it's a little different now, but I feel like sometimes we forget to credit the women for the things that they do. And, you know, we're all the credit. Look, the first thing that you all said, all I said was sadly. The first thing you all said was, well, men do this. Men create this. Men do that.
What? So Kiara, I mean, just to capitalize, like you guys, we're not us guys. You know, it's not toxic masculinity. Us guys, we're aware that women are extremely important. Like you guys give birth, like that's the hardest job. Like us guys, we have no experience in that. You know what I'm saying? Like we have no opinion on
A lot
that.
of men-
You guys could say that it's the most painful thing in the world. We still don't know.
If it wasn't for your seed, we wouldn't even be.
Yeah.
You know-
Honestly, a lot of men hesitate to admit what you just admitted, though. That
What?
we give life. That we
Right.
that we
You
do
guys have
that
a
we
hard
do
job.
Offer something to the world that you can't.
Oh yeah,
offer.
you guys have a hard job, but I think a harder job is being a man in life.
I do think being a man in this, especially in this day and age, is very hard.
Meg, I feel like you got something to say.
I have a lot to say.
Go ahead, Meg.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the question you asked her.
What was the question again?
It was like, do you
Forgot.
feel like women would be able like to lead the world without men?
right.
You said that's why
And
you-
yeah,
you asked,
and
right?
why was it sadly
that men
that men ran the world?
Okay,
run.
so like the first one is like I'm gonna disagree a little bit with Kara because like I do feel like women and men are like a complement to each other.
Talk.
I like that.
some things,
I like that word.
There's some things like men provide to women.
Go ahead, Meg.
They are very beneficial, and we need that from you guys. And same as the opposite. You guys do need things that we provide you guys. It's like all like a balance. So I feel like neither will like all men will rule the world without like women, or vice versa. You know. So I feel like everybody like misunderstood her when she said sadly because like you guys started like assuming things like, oh,
Well, I mean, we gotta be careful with our words nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
true, but like
A lot of
But,
things
like-
get lost in translation.
Yo, for real.
true, no.
I don't think a lot of things get lost in translation. I think it's everybody has to pick their words very
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
gotta be
that's true.
perspicacious with our words.
That people tend to pause before they even get the explanation.
Exactly. Yes.
I definitely, I understand that
Commentary
maybe
comes and you don't
maybe
get an
maybe
explanation.
maybe
Well, that yeah.
Maybe when you met Savvy, you meant it another way.
Yeah.
Us
I
men,
just feel like
it's like an A to A conversation.
I just feel like this is the real, right? Back in the day, like I would say like 50 years ago, a woman in Beverly Hills could not put herself under a home that she owned because she was a woman. Yes. We're no longer there.
Yes.
We can say that feminism has gotten out of those places. We had to put a man under it, even though we paid it in full because they wouldn't allow us to move in with a woman being under that, house. So I don't feel like we're there anymore. But I feel like feminism is acting up to a point where we're still there. Yes, with the Roe versus Wade, we are there. Because that's literally going backwards.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is like after that, it's like what else do we have? We came a long way, and I think we all have to acknowledge that. Yes.
So that would be like the perfect like definition for feminism. Yeah. Now, like when we talk about modern that's a huge, like a whole different thing because like. I remember having this conversation with my dad, where he was explaining me kind of like the explanation of like modern feminism, where he's like, you girls, like some of you girls, like now take feminism to another level where you can like, oh, because I did this, I can do this now because I'm free. And they started like not to like get in detail, but they start doing like not really like girl, really, why are you doing that? And they are like making like guys talk like say like, oh, girls are all the same, in a bad way. So I feel like that's the modern like feminism where like it's not actually like something you should.
It's combative.
Yes.
It's combative. Is disharmonious to what nature really needs, and that's why the world is the way it is right now, and it's because of those reasons. Feminism. Yes. It keeps the woman going against the man. Modern feminism.
So guys, the issue here in 2023 is, listen, I was raised by all women. I support women, doing their thing. I really do. Again, like in my previous podcast or a podcast episode, I said that I grew up without a father. I was raised by all women. That's why I'm very aware how perspicacious with how women think and then how men think, and then like I'm very good with, reading people, right? So that being said, I think the main issue in 2023 is that now that women are feeling empowered to make more money, which is fucking phenomenal. I wish my mother made, more than $30,000 a year as a teacher so that I could at least fucking get some toys when I was younger. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, right? So now that you guys have the opportunity to do that, the more money you guys make, the more limited your options are finding a man. Brian, why do you say that? Good question. So, if a man is very, very hardworking, but only 30% of men in the U.S. can make over 6 figures in the U.S. Okay, and then on top of that, let's say hypothetically, both you guys said 6 feet. Most people want 6 feet. Let's cut that in half. Let's say 15%. Okay? Because some of us are short that make 6 figures, right? I'm a short guy. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. So 15%. And then on top of that, there's homosexuals out here. Yeah, it happens. It is what it is. Some homosexuals are successful. Shout out to you guys. Mm-hmm. That's 7%. All right? And then that 7%, there's the fit and there's the not fit. There's that 3%, right? And then there's that 3% that are good looking, maybe bald, wear shades, makes good money, makes over 6 figures, maybe even a millionaire, right? That 3%, and since you guys date up, you guys are aiming for that 3%. So you guys are limiting yourselves to options in the world. So then you guys, maybe not you, Mac or Kiara, but like Patty down there or Becky down there is shopping for men and trying to look for a future husband, and they can't find a future husband because they're shopping around down here with the 70%, but they're trying to search for that 3%, and they're wasting time. All right. But what they're doing is they're shooting themselves in the foot because they are very successful women that have doctorates, let's say, who have their own businesses, that have their own, entrepreneur businesses, and they're making really good money. 9 times out of 10, y'all women are not going to be dating down with a 50,000, net income guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Would you guys settle down with a 50,000 net income guy and then you maintain him?
No. Yeah,
No, like I said, like
So,
like
but then you know what? That's a phenomenal point, Michelle. So Michelle in the background just said that in modern feminism that would be okay. But then at the end of the day, you look at social media on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You hear women literally go on Instagram, just turn that bitch sideways and literally just start speaking to social media out there and says, yo, men ain't shit, men are losers, where's the real men out there? Where's the men who are gonna be taking me out to fucking Dubai on vacations? You know what I mean? Who's gonna be taking care of where's the real men out there? I'm tired of be taking care of real men.
Can I comment?
Please.
This is something I was actually discussing with a friend of mine the other day. We were having a discussion like we're having right now. And I feel like, and this is me as a woman. Hey, I support all my women, but I also, at the end of the day, I'm not going to ignore when women are wrong just because they're women. And I think that we live in a day and age where women want a lot more than they can even reciprocate. Which
elaborate on that. What can you guys reciprocate?
As in, there's a lot of women out here. They want a man to provide for them and buy them a home and buy them designer bags and treat them like golds, but can't even cook a man a meal. That's as simple as it gets. Like
the air fryer. The air fryer don't count.
Sister.
You know what I'm saying?
That chicken Alfredo don't count, baby girl. That
the air
chicken
fryer
Alfredo
don't count.
does not count. I need some rice and beans.
Yo, cereal don't count.
Cereal don't count. At the end of Uber Eats don't count.
Yeah, them microwavable chicken nuggets they don't hit, man.
It's not it, and I just feel like we're in a day and age where women want a man who makes over 6 figures and does this and does everything for them, but they don't want to give anything at all. And in a healthy relationship, you have to give to receive. You have to open your heart to receive love. You have to give love to receive love. And I just feel like sometimes women are very unrealistic with their expectations. And I'm not saying, at the end of the day, your expectations can be where you want them to be, but you also have to be open to providing love and nurturing to another person, just like you would expect that love and nurturing back.
That's true.
I like that. Carol, would you agree that a woman has to earn a relationship with a man? Based on what you just said.
What do you mean by earn?
All right, let me elaborate. So, would you guys agree or disagree if a woman controls who has sex in a relationship?
I'm a little confused by that question. I'm sorry.
Okay, so who controls who has the sex in a relationship? Like if you go out with a man, who ends up deciding at the end of the day
who has the power,
who's gonna have sex or not?
I feel like that shouldn't be something that if you have real chemistry with a person, it shouldn't feel like someone is deciding to have sex. It should feel like a natural urge to connect in that way.
Meg, I want to hear your point of view before I say something about that.
Okay, can you repeat that question just so I can...
Who controls the sex in a relationship?
Like deciding we are having sex?
Yeah.
So the thing goes like this. I have like a saying. It's in Spanish, but I don't know if in English it's the same.
Girl, I'll say it in Spanish and I'll translate for my gringos out there.
Okay, let me say in Spanish. El hombre propone y la mujer dispone.
So a man proposes and a woman accepts, or basically accepts.
basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. We'll get there. All right. So my point here is that, listen, at the end of the day, a woman decides who has sex or not. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not even gonna, pick your brains, because if it was a man's decision, there'll be some charges out there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? A man is gonna want to have sex with everyone.
Yeah.
Let's not cap. Okay. So a woman at the end of the day is gonna be like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I got some dinner, or fuck it, I feel some chemistry, or fuck it, I feel a little tingle here in my butterflies. I'm gonna give it to him, right? So let's capitalize on that. A woman nowadays, 2023, gives up sex first before a relationship. Let's not cap. 9 times out of 10, you guys have sex first before you get wifed up. It is what it is. Maybe not you guys, but 9 out of 10 times it's gonna happen. Okay, so then a man ends up, at the end of the day, again, guys, this is unfair. A guy ends up winning because he got another notch on his belt. Okay, we got another girl. Great. She's a dime. Phenomenal. But then it's a man's decision whether we're going to wife this girl up or not. And a man decides who gets a relationship at the end of the day.
That's right.
Speedy, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I invite people who have different perspectives.
Listen,
It's simple yes or no.
listen, man, that is spot on.
Spot on. All right, so perfect. So we're on the same page. So a man decides who gets a relationship, and a woman decides who has sex. Sex comes first, relationship comes second. Okay? So after a man, in a man's perspective, after we receive sex, we think, okay, what does this girl have to offer after sex? And then I think what the issue here in 2023 is that
It stops at the sex.
it stops right after sex. So after it stops right after sex, it's like, you know what? I gave that pussy. What are you going to offer me? Well, like, what are you going to give me? And it's like, whoa, dude, like, I did the work of the first date. I did the work of the second date. And you know what? I'm just being raw here. Like, obviously, we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to listen. We're going to do all the feeling stuff, etc. But at the end of the day, we end up doing the work just to get laid. And we got laid. Okay? After we get laid, we decide, all right, this girl is worth it. This girl's not. So we're going to check her Instagram nowadays in 2023. See if she is, a thotty or not. And then we're gonna ask our friends, yo, have you ever heard of Mech or Kiara? No? Okay, cool. So all right, so she must be a good girl. She must be an angel. And then we end up waiting on some wifey actions. And the wifey actions could be as simple as, oh baby, like, what can I do for your business, let's say, if you're trying to take it over the world, so that I can make your life easier. I'm not even thinking about cooking. Like, yeah, like cooking is great, but there's a lot of girls out there that they don't cook. Their parents cooked, and then they moved out, and then all they do is Uber Eats. Let's not cap. All right, it's 2023, right? So, some people cook, some people don't cook, some people don't know how to do laundry, some people do laundry, some people know how to clean, some people don't know how to clean. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are you going to offer besides sex? So then my question is, like, what, not you guys specifically, but what do women have to offer besides sex in a relationship?
I would say like care, like attention, like how can because I went through a situation similar like that where I would show the guy all my the most sincere feelings I have for this guy. And yeah, he took me for granted. You guys, when you were asking who decides who has sex or not, okay, of course woman, because guys sometimes they have to lie to be able to get what they want. They have
Why do we have to lie?
They pretend they do want something with the girl. They're falling in love, or they're really interested. They say things we want to hear, and that you guys know that we want to hear.
Facts.
So
you're right.
And sometimes we're like, I have to say, sometimes we're stupid, and we do believe this, and then he's in love with me, he's gonna wife me up, blah 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 blah, and then when they obtain what they want, you know what? I'm not ready for a relationship.
Facts.
I just I want to focus on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's like girls. If a guy ever says, I'm not ready for a relationship, I just want to focus on no, he doesn't want a relationship with you. That's the thing.
Mech, you're completely right. Let me capitalize on that.
Speak.
So when a guy says that, it's because he did not see any value beyond sex.
Exactly.
So that means it's a woman's job after providing sex. And again, life is not fair. It's a woman's job to prove themselves. You know what? I earned having a relationship with you. Now it's either you wife me up or I bounce. And that's you could flip it both ways. A man has the leverage to decide, you know what? I'm going to give it to you because you wifey. Or you could flip it and you could say, you know what? I'm with the woman. It's like, you know what? I'll bounce unless you give me the wifey title. Like, it's 50-50 right there.
That sounds like some Kevin Williams shit. For real. Kevin Samuels, high value, low value.
Yo, call me. I'm trying to think of a Spanish name.
Ken,
You got something to say?
Brian Barker.
I
Yeah.
want to offer an unpopular opinion with women. I feel like maybe. You said that you grew up around women. I grew
Yes,
up
ma'am.
around men.
So
I
First
knew
red
there was
flag.
I felt the
red
energy.
flag right there.
Hey, I felt the energy.
felt
It's not a
it.
red flag. It's not a
I
red
felt the
flag.
energy.
Listen,
I felt the energy.
I'm gonna keep it very real.
I
with
felt
you.
it.
My parents are very young. So my dad's 20 years older than me. I'm 24. My dad's 44.
Mm-hmm.
And between my dads, my uncles, they put me on game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
You understand male nature, don't you?
I do understand male nature, and with the, I don't know. I think you got some hostility towards me over there, my friend. Because every time I say something, you comment. You don't be commenting when she talks.
You have a very good head on your shoulders.
Thank you. I know.
Definitely some tweaking that we need to do.
It's not tweaked. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean I need to be tweaked.
It's not because I don't agree with it. I understand your perspective as well. It's that, like Brian said, we're equals, but we're two parts of the coin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're similar, but we're not equal.
If we were equal, you would let me finish some of my points because you keep interrupting me. Thank you.
She grew up around men, bro. You
Yeah,
see,
for real.
Yo,
you
word.
see that rough around the edges.
She put the foot down. She put the foot down.
Hard-
Kara, go ahead.
Look,
Go
rough
ahead. Go
around the
ahead.
edges,
Kara.
hard of a flower.
No disrespect.
Yo,
No disrespect. But
my man just wanted to say, all right, it's all right. Kara, go ahead.
Shit, you losing. You losing. You making me lose my points too.
All right, go.
I don't got a good memory. I remember I got a 9-month-old, bro. I have like pregnant.
I know.
brains,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. We ripped a few shots. It's all right. Go
for
ahead.
real, that too. But you were saying how sometimes men after sex, it's like, what do you offer?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do you agree with that or no?
I do agree, but I also think that it can be flipped the other way. I lived a very good college experience. I lived my best life. Besides just college, you know, I've lived a very great life for the age that I'm at, and
Okay.
I've had a lot of experiences. And I also feel like sometimes I have the same thought about a man. Like, yes, in this day and age, ain't nobody. We're not dating. We having sex before we date. Like it happens. There's no shame about it. Sex is nothing to be ashamed of. But I feel like as a woman, I've had that same thought cross my mind. Like,
What thought?
after sex, like, what does this guy have to offer to me? Like,
Mm.
or, you know, I'm curious about having sex with a man, because if we don't have that chemistry, that sexual chemistry, where do we go from that?
Speedy, what you gotta say
Wow,
about that?
That's interesting, right?
It's a nice different perspective.
That it really is.
I just feel like if there's no chemistry, what are we working on?
Mm.
You know, like, and that's in general. And I'm saying this very funny. I watched Grey's Anatomy this morning. I love me some Grey's Anatomy. I'm rewatching it for the millionth time. And there are two characters. They're best friends. One of them leaves his wife for his best friend.
Mm.
once they start becoming sexually involved with each other, they realize there is no sexual chemistry whatsoever. No sexual chemistry. They thought there was chemistry.
Right.
There's no sexual chemistry. Now they're like, what do? I just ruined my marriage.
Or
You think you're in love with me. We think we're in love, but we don't even have sexual chemistry. And it's like that. Sexual chemistry is so much more important than people give it credit. If you don't have sexual chemistry, what is
that's a phenomenal point, and that's why I think sex comes first before a relationship.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And that's why, like the drama just to keep you on the edge of your seat. It's a Netflix show and it's not real life.
Very
But-
true.
But Speedy, you got something to say, bro. Like
Oh my god, it's a lot to say. One thing that I think that's probably like glued to my brain is what she said earlier, and you said something about if it wasn't for women, men wouldn't be here. Why did you say that?
I mean, I just say that off of science.
What do you mean?
Also like a point that before you make the point.
She think
She
think you're a Capricorn. She think you're a Capricorn with the rising moon.
I'm a Capricorn.
God damn, bro.
Now you
I
know
knew
why
it.
I am. the way I am.
Wait, you meant signs like zodiac signs, or you meant like
No,
signs?
that's so not what I meant.
All right.
You meant zodiac signs?
No, she didn't know. She didn't mean
Oh,
zodiac.
okay.
All right.
I was just joking.
Sorry,
joking.
nah,
I was about to say, oh shit.
All right, go ahead.
I make that joke to my boyfriend, like, oh well, my son wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. He's like, but if it weren't for me, he wouldn't be here either. So like, he can make that same point.
Got it. Okay.
Which I totally understand.
Yeah.
But like I say to him too, but still, it's not like you may have sperm and whatnot.
To see.
But without me, we couldn't have made this baby.
Yeah, that's right.
We need each other to make the baby, which I think capitalizes on her point where she said that we all complement each other. Men complement women.
I'm
and
glad.
women complement men.
That's all I had to ask you. That's it. That's all I want. I just wanted to hear what your explanation on that was.
Well, I never got to explain my point after that. Remember.
Hey, I'm check. Hey, I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, I'm not saying nothing.
I got you, bro. Yeah, but
For next week.
yeah.
All right, so someone on the podcast said that they lived their best life in the college, and I think at least each person in their life has lived their best life. It doesn't have to be in college. It could be high school.
At some point.
It could be now. You guys living your best life now. It is what it is. But it's very, very different between genders.
for sure.
Okay. For sure. So that being said, ladies on the panel, last question. You think guys worry about the body count?
About a woman's body count?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think they give a shit.
No, we don't give a shit.
Honestly, I don't really give a shit about a guy's body count. either.
Woman empowerment, man.
Like, who cares?
Wait, you asked if women or men give a shit?
If us men give a shit about a woman's, let's let.
I'm about to say
You know what I'm saying? So
I
you
mean,
don't.
I'm curious what you guys as men. I mean, I'm not a man, so I'm curious as men. Like,
No,
what you guys
you're right.
think.
And we're here to educate. It's all right. Matt, go ahead.
Like I do feel like some men, they do judge a lot of women based on their like to be honest, like not all of them, because like I do believe like there's some different guys out there, like not that much, but there still are. But like I feel like we like when you, I think there was like a question in the beginning of like the podcast where you asked something about like if we equal, or I don't recall, like, but like somehow I feel like there's always gonna be an advantage guys have that we like, I don't know if we ever gonna have, like even if it's strength or judgment.
Out of curiosity, what's the advantage?
Like I said, like even if we're talking about strength, or like if a guy sleeps with a lot of women, oh my god, you're like a boy, yeah, you go boy. And if a woman sleeps with like the same amount of the guy, then she's a slut, then she is like a
Do you think that's true?
wifey material. Me, I don't think that's true, because like for example, like whenever she's saying she lived like an experience in college, or that's like experience of life. and it doesn't define you as a woman, because like for me, an example, like the example I put in the beginning, where I said like I met this guy and we had sex before like a relationship. Then and I did offer him afterwards like a lot of like wifey how you say
Traits.
yes, exactly.
Right.
Like, and I did a lot of stuff for him, like that even my friends said like, Mecker, you doing too much, you're not even his girlfriend, like come on, like you giving him like wifey material, and then he's not even like he's not even like appreciating what you do for him. So
why do you think he didn't appreciate that?
Because he showed it to me.
Why though? Why do you feel like he didn't appreciate it though? Like, why didn't he appreciate you giving him that?
Like, I repeat, like he showed like he didn't care. Like he was like, for example, like let's make an example, something I did for him when he was sick. He was like he had like a surgery, and he was like feeling bad. I wanted to see him. I wanted to spend time with him, and then he wouldn't want to see me. He's like, I need my time alone.
So again, I didn't say how he showed you. I said, why did he act that way towards you out of nowhere? You say you gave him sex first, correct?
Yeah. Maybe it was because of that.
Ain't no maybe.
I think it was because of that.
Speedy, why don't you just just tackle it?
You want me to tackle it, bro? All right. So to answer B's question about if men care about women's body counts, men actually definitely care about it. The reason why is because men and women by nature are different, right? So if I line 10 girls up in the room right now, they can have all my babies. And if you line 10 men up in the room, you have sex with all of them. If you have sex with all those men, you only having one of their babies. You know that?
There's also a 97% chance that you could have two. But that's on the rare chance.
But you see where I'm going with this. So what I'm saying by nature, right? Men are polygamous by nature. I don't know if y'all even believe in that or not, but that's the nature of things. They talk about this in the Bible. They talk about it in the Quran, everything. They talk about all these things. You understand what I'm saying?
From the beginning of time.
From the beginning of time, we're biologically made. God made us this way. I didn't make me this way. God did, right? I have a penis. I'm projecting my entire reality, my entire force, my entire life into you whose receptors, which is vagina. A vagina receives, right? So you're supposed to receive, nurture, grow everything that I'm providing for you. Now, if you're doing that with hundreds of men and multiple men, you're convoluting your actual vessel, which means that there's going to be a lot of tainted energy you're going to carry, because you're a receiver. You receive energy, you receive everything. Our bodies are literally so men care about that, because especially if a man is like, let me see if this girl's wifey material, and then I find out your body count is like, damn, tainted soul, like for real, like, and there's exceptions, because it's all about purity of like men care. Y'all care about provision. We care about your purity.
You have a great point.
If you're pure enough, we're gonna want to wife you up. If you pass over the P before the P,
yo, facts.
If you pass that over, we gonna look at you like, why are you overcompensating for something? Where is the imbalance within you? Why you gave that to me so fast? And how can I gotta cast my judgment like, damn, like she gave it. It's no fun. Once we catch the mouse, we done.
Yeah.
Well, once we catch the cat, we done. Because we dogs. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, we do care about that for sure. And I'm not about to all men, y'all know y'all care about that, because that's all we talk about. You feel me? Hey, how many bodies she got? She's like this. Hey, man, I don't know, man.
Because you know what's crazy?
Right.
You end up going to like an event.
Go ahead.
And you bring your lady in there.
Everybody in the event.
All your boys, you dated her? Oh shit, she's been through the team. Yo, that's the most disrespectful, shameful, embarrassing thing that you can feel as a man.
Go ahead.
However,
Go ahead.
If a woman brings your man's to his girl to her girlfriend's place,
You get a kick out of it.
Yo, like she's dating him. Yo, I heard he dated her and her and her. Yo, and I heard he provides good dick. I heard he takes care of his women. I hear this. I heard that. Yo, this girl's a lucky ass girl. God damn, yo. Matter of fact, yo, boy, what's your name?
Is that true or is that not true?
I don't think that's true. And
You don't think that's true?
I'm gonna explain.
Okay, call it cap.
And I want to ask you guys what you think of this. I had an experience.
Okay.
It's personal though.
It's a personal experience. I'm gonna share my personal experience. I slept with a dude who I had known for a very long time. We were very good friends. There was always a chemistry there. And when I got old, we got older, of course, as adults, rejoined, became friends again. There was a spark. Something happened. Right. And, sometimes when, there's a good thing, you're just enjoying the good thing while it's a good thing. And we're vibing, having a good time. We had been sexually interactive. And after we have sex, it's a good vibe, whatever. And like he hits me with do you want to know how many bodies I have? I looked at him like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, and like one of you had just said, like, I just felt like he was overcompensating for himself.
Oh, well, yeah.
And it was like, there was no reason for him to like make that comment. And it kind of just made me feel like,
you know
like,
what?
What am I, just a number? Like, what the hell? Like,
let me educate it.
And hold on, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I just feel like the way that you guys, like men,
because I know where you're going with this.
Like, dude, like, what do you think with your over 100 bodies? Like, you look cute. Like, that's not cute, bro.
Yo,
Listen,
it's a flex between us guys.
Yeah, but it's not really.
It's not a flex for girls.
Yeah, like.
So that guy you were sleeping with.
He's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sounds like a bum, or he sounds like a loser. It's just
for sure.
But
that's an L.
He definitely revealed that he was such a loser, like deep down in that moment.
When he did
that was
yo,
the first
that's
thought I had.
I'm
I'm
about
like,
to say,
this
yeah,
guy's a fucking
yeah.
loser.
You don't have to. That's a non-spoken.
That's not a
that's
flex.
non-spoken, bro. Like
Yeah.
we don't. We just. I think,
Yes.
and I think to even the woman's like. That is actually like energetically, like women can sense that on a man.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it.
You don't
Right.
have to say it.
You follow what
Like
I'm
you
saying?
could enter a room, and if you see a few guys, he's like, all right, he gets it. He
Dude.
gets it. He definitely does not get it.
Just like
He's a little bitch.
Just
You know
like
what I'm
you
saying?
can walk into a room or walk into a club and you could be like, these girls are this type of girl and these girls are that type of girl.
Yep.
For real.
Bro, when dudes walk into a room, we look at you the same
No,
way.
you're right.
Like,
but you guys have a better gift on that because you guys are more social and you guys are more, perspicacious in body language, etc. Like us guys, we're very like one-dimensional with, we see a girl and if she dresses like a stripper, she acts like a stripper. Okay, 9 times out of 10 she's a stripper. But you ladies, you guys have a gift where you guys could just sense and smell if a guy is just faking it, or if you guys are really, really into that life.
True.
Okay, so you guys are better than that
Very
in life.
true.
Very
So,
intuitively
Very
sound.
true.
That being said, Val, Michelle. So I know there was like a trillion questions on Instagram,
For real.
and I gotta, bro, we gotta tackle them before we start closing up shop.
Yeah.
Right. So, first question is, Brian, have you ever had role play sex?
God damn.
Oh, damn. We're getting spicy tonight.
I
Always spicy. This is
I
a
lo-
regular of his.
Oh, that's
love
the
it.
homie. That's the homie then. No, sir, I have not. I've always been the dominator in bed, so I'm not one to to be switching roles.
And then another question is, have you ever kept your sunglasses on during sex?
I have not, and that's something that that's a good milestone of mine that I would love to have in my journey in life.
They just gave you an idea, bro.
This next question is for everyone on the panel. I have a question. What is the worst relationship that you had?
All right. So I just remembered that there was a few viewers that were just kind of like, I can't hear what the question is, and then I just made the mistake of answering it without reiterating the question. So tell me the question again so I could state it for the audio on Spotify, and then I could answer it. What's the question again?
What is the worst relationship that you had?
What was the worst relationship I had? All right, so the worst relationship I ever had was probably I dated a fellow server. We were together for X amount of time. She slept with the supervisors that we both worked with. I caught her by her parent being a hunter for multiple restaurants, and that father had like video recording cameras, and I literally saw the guy she cheated on me with go inside the house and go outside the house after 3 or 4 hours. So I was lied to, and then I ended up getting the last laugh, at the end, because, I ghosted her for 3 months, and then I invited her back over. I did not have sex for two weeks. I hydrated myself. I worked out. I made sure I was A1 in bed. And then when I walked her outside to her car, I was like, "Thank you very much. Have a good day." And then I ghosted her after that. So that was my worst relationship, but it ended pretty good.
That's spicy.
Yeah. What about you, Meg?
Well, I might sound boring, but like I only had one boyfriend.
Oh wow.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, that means you have 9 times out of 10 you have more of a chance of us thinking that you have a very, very low body count. That's very, very desirable for a girl.
And I feel like some men don't appreciate that.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, I only had one
I
boyfriend.
knew you was a real one. I knew it.
Yo.
I knew it.
Yeah, you were too quiet. You were too quiet, girl.
Knew it.
Come on now.
Yo, I knew it.
The whole time we were like, "Yo, you right?"
Y'all deep.
All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
And yeah, I think like just one boyfriend. I think that was my worst relationship, because afterwards, I found out like he was doing certain things to just like harm me, and even though he already had like a new relationship, he still was selfish enough to not want me to see me with another dude. So I found like really strong things he did to me, and he was like trying to do to me. So yeah.
Controlling and narcissistic.
Yes, so
Yeah.
he was like really like, I feel like that was, and he kind of like really like hurt me, because like thanks to what he was doing, that's why I feel like my situationship with the last guy I was talking to didn't work. So yeah.
What about you, Kiara?
My worst relationship was actually the one I was in right before the one I'm currently in. I say that because the boyfriend that I have right now is technically the second boyfriend I've ever had. So the last guy I was with, I wouldn't consider him my boyfriend. Like, he was my boyfriend. Now that I've grown from that, I don't even think that he like deserves to be called an ex-boyfriend. But he cheated on me the entire time we were together. The entire time. With someone that I worked with.
Oh shit.
So we started, which is totally against my code. Like, we totally hated each other because of this, because we obviously found out that we were both sleeping with the same dude, and it became an issue. And instead of, making a front against him, it became a war against each other. And I just feel like now that I am in a healthy relationship, growing relationship that is a lot more healthy, it's more adult like I just look back at it now like, damn, like, why did I even allow someone like that to take up my time and affect my life in such a negative way? But also, in a way, looking back on that, it makes me appreciate what I have now and the man that walked into my life, because this man appreciates me for everything that I am, every little, everything that may be a little wrong about me or crazy about me, he loves it, and he reminds me that every day. And that's not something that he was able to give to me, because he fucking sucked and wanted to have all the cakes and eat them too.
I just want to just say before I answer the question, I want to shake your man's hand, because you pretty much talked about your worst relationship, and then you was just innately had to add in what you have now, and you spoke highly of him.
He honestly,
So that's good.
He's amazing.
That's a very good thing, because some women out there, they could be in a very committed relationship. You know, they wouldn't even mention their mans. They wouldn't even talk highly of their man. Maybe they'll even say, "Oh yeah, I'm taken." But anyways, you know, when it's ladies' night and da 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 and blah blah blah, I'm a fuck boy and blah. Like, bro, like the whole podcast you've been speaking very highly of your man, and it just shows how high of a quality this guy is.
Listen, honestly, my man's awesome.
And the thing is, you're a very high quality woman as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like you're very perspicacious of the men around in your life.
Yeah, that's,
you know.
And as you should be.
What about you, Speedy?
Thank you.
Worst relationship is weird. I won't consider any of my relationships the worst. One, why? Because I'm cool. All my exes' families, we all cool. Everybody's a big happy
That's
family.
always good.
So, you know, I brought the value I could bring with what I have into those relationships, and it grew me as a man, and I'm here because of it. I'm literally have this knowledge, this wisdom, where I am in life because of those experiences, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Actually, I love those people.
That's dope.
You feel what I'm saying? So we keep it that way. That's how we do it.
Michelle, next question.
Next question. Have you ever had to change? This is for the women. TMI. Have you ever had to change tampons because you got horny from being near a hot guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, what the fuck?
Kiara, go ahead.
No.
She said no.
Kiara said no.
What do you
Mech.
Yeah, a tampon being.
Listen, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Dude, a
Like-
tampon's like this little, bro.
Like my girl has told me, listen, like, yo, daddy, you going crazy right now. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, they gotta.
Like, I've heard
You gotta
it.
switch them things out.
Yeah. Like maybe it might be a little TMI, but like, listen, we're all adults here. It's not like it's gonna be like ew. Like it is what it is, you know. Listen, it's not Sunday. No, I'm joking.
Ah man.
No, Brian.
No,
I've never.
Mech, no.
That's never,
All right, cool. Speedy, you got a comment?
I mean,
Yo, listen, it's something
well,
natural, man. Like it
I'm
is
a
what it
child
is.
of the Most High.
Yeah, Michelle, go ahead.
Have you ever screamed another person's name when you orgasm during sex? And this is for everyone.
All right. Shit, I fucked up again. So the question is, have you ever screamed another person's name while you orgasmed?
Ladies, for everyone.
I can't imagine a guy doing that.
Yeah, no,
But
I don't think men.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Mac, what about you?
Oh, okay. Wait, let me see if I understood the question. Like scream, like being with a guy and like screaming like another dude's
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Like you guys are having sex, and then you're like, "Oh, Billy," when the guy's name is John.
No.
No.
To be. No. And honestly, I'm not I find screaming name, like the specific name, very awkward in sex. That could just be me.
Yeah, that's.
I'd rather like call him a name, like
Yeah.
that, you know,
Yeah,
daddy,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yep.
Like I just feel like
No, you're right.
the
I
name
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
my
that's-
government name
Yeah.
in bed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, that-
I don't want to hear my middle name
I
either.
don't want to say your government name in bed.
What about you, Speedy? Speedy, what about you?
I mean, no, I've never.
No, you never screamed
done
All right.
that.
What about,
No.
what about next question, Michelle?
It says,
There's some good questions.
okay. For the males, do you guys feel some type of way of women being dominant?
We knew that already.
So the question is, for us guys out here, do you feel some type of way if a woman is dominant?
That's very general though, because in what?
It is very general, but you know, I'm gonna speak in generality,
Go ahead.
and I'm a general guy.
Yeah.
I don't like a woman who's dominant.
No, at all.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
Even if, like, let's say, you know, like, let's get spicy here because this is the after hour show, right?
Yeah.
you know, if we fucking, and you over here throwing me down on the couch, and you smacking my face, bro, I'm like, I'm gonna be like, yo, bitch, who you smacking right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, girl, matter of fact, get down here. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Oh, man.
If I'm getting smacked and I'm getting dominated. I don't like getting tied up. You know, I don't like, you know, like being in weird positions.
Yeah.
Like I like to be in control
Right.
because, you know, I'm a very perspicacious guy.
Yeah.
Fuck sex, bro.
Okay.
Regardless of sex.
All right, all right. So putting sex aside, because my boy Raj is like, yo, what about the other things? Finances, no. I run shit. Okay, dates. Y'all never know where you guys want to eat, so I run shit. Okay. And then, you know, the third thing, you know, like maybe let's say, you know, we have people in the panel who has children. I could imagine if I have a child, you know, I have a dog. I don't want to say it's the same thing, but it's very close. I still pet and feed the dog. You know, like if the woman is saying, listen, I think we should do this about the dog. And I'm like, you know what? Matter of fact, he'll grow up. He's an adult. He'll man up and he'll get over it. I'm still going to be leading. Like, you know, like I will still hear, you know, opinions and suggestions, but like I'm not going to take your advice on it because I'm still going to. I rather listen. In general, and you could take this into entrepreneurship as well, I rather make my own mistakes and I rather decide, and then I rather blame myself if I fuck up than taking someone else's advice and then blaming them, because I don't want to be in a position of blaming them and then, you know, putting them in that position.
That's what happens.
Especially a girl.
Especially my girl.
Especially a girl.
Especially my girl. Because then she's very emotional and she'll start crying, and then I'm in a position where like, oh, you know what, like you fucked up, I'm sorry, but then it's my fault because I gave you the responsibility. So because then I ain't shit. Like it's a pickle. Speedy, what about you?
Oh no. And on all cylinders, like, you know, it's fun. It's fun when you watch a woman be dominant in her world, right? Like, as a woman, she's amongst women, she's being dominant. But when you bring that projective, strong, masculine energy towards me, I'm a man, I'm masculine. That's when the imbalance starts. That's when it's like, all right, man, I'm feeling this unwanted energy around me. Like, I don't want to date another man. I don't. You follow what I'm saying? So I need you to be more in your feminine. But for a woman, and this is for the women too, like, this is real shit. Like, for a woman to be in her feminine, the man has to be real masculine too, for them to pretty much submit and be in that nature, you know. So if 9 times out of 10, if you got a real masculine woman who's like cursing and all this other masculine rah shit, that means you're way more on your feminine side as the man, and that's where the energy. It has to be. Somebody has to be somewhere.
There's always a balance relationship.
It has to be somewhere. Like, so I definitely don't think women should be dominant. I think women should be dominant in their world and not in a man's world, because men are literally made, hardwired to be dominant. We have to dominate this world. What? Listen, how many floors? I'm gonna ask, how many floors we have in here?
I believe 25.
Bro, listen, who made these buildings though?
Word.
You feel me? You go back and not to even get religious. I'm not religious, but biblical shit. Like, yo, in the beginning, the Most High created man, and he created, and who came from the man? Woman, right? She came from the man.
Right.
You are the helper of the man, so there has to be a balance. All right, I'm here to run this, and you here to help me run this. So that requires different energy fields, and that's how we gonna coexist in this reality.
Yeah, I like that.
You feel what I'm saying? And if it's not that, hey, we gonna have to make some executive decisions. You out of here or you staying? What's up?
And that's like a perfect transition to the next question. Honestly.
Next question, Michelle.
It says, why building an emotional connection is important from the start. Also, why holding off on sex in the beginning really makes or breaks the relationship.
That's a real good question.
All right. Wait. So repeat that question again, so I could reiterate.
It said, why building an emotional connection is important from the start. Also,
Why build an emotional connection is important from the start? That's the question. And then the second question is,
why holding off on sex in the beginning really makes or breaks the relationship.
why holding off from sex makes or breaks the relationship. All right. The emotional connection. Listen, this might be the only topic. I'm not sure, Speedy. You correct me if I'm wrong. This might be the only topic where I might disagree on you with.
Okay.
Because I've heard your clips. But it's okay. It is what it is.
Go ahead, bro.
You know? I'm not emotional in the first few dates with a girl. You know? Like, I have a wall up. Like, I assume XYZ.
As you should.
You know what I mean? Because it's 2023. There's a lot of, you know, fuckboying is an epidemic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everybody sneezes and then someone else catches it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the hell's going on in here. But like, I end up just being very careful and being conservative. Whether we go on a date, whether we end up having sex, etc. Like, I'm very, very, you know, like, I'm very, very iffy with letting people in completely. You know, and I'm speaking back then because I'm a man of God now. I'm taken. You know, I hung up my boots. And then in the fact of giving up sex in the beginning of the relationship, right, Michelle? All right. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. So I remember I ended up wifing up a girl because she made me wait 2 months, and I hated it. I'm not gonna lie. After 2 months and multiple dates, I remember this was in my head. This was gonna be the last date because I was like, yo, I can't take it no more. I'm not gonna lie. I can't take it no more. So I remember we were on the date, and I was like, you know what? Maybe she only has sex with her mans. And this is literally a man's perspective. Again, I was a college kid. You know, I'm a man of God now. But I was a college kid, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try to wife her up so maybe I could have sex with her. I was like, girl, let's call her Patty. Patty, would you be my girlfriend? She said no. After 2 months of dating, I was like, wow, you ain't shit. So, unfortunately, I already ordered my food and my drinks. So I had to stay in the date because I was hungry. So I finished my food and I finished my drinks. And I think she felt bad for me. And she was like, oh, but I still want to come over. At the end of the day, we did not have sex, but I ended up getting second base. Okay? For YouTube. But for Instagram, she ended up sucking my dick. Okay? So, you know, like, it was great. I finally got, you know, my release after 2 months. It was amazing. And, you know, like, something about that was just like, wow, like, she held her own for 2 months and she gave it to me. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I was probably an experiment and she probably gave it up to this fucking Brad at a bar the first night. And then fast forward my next relationship, you know, listen, just to be honest, I put it in all holes. Let's just say that. Literally all holes. The first day, you know, and I still wifed her up. Because at the end of the day, you know, like, I still was aware that I was like, you know what? This girl might be still comfortable with me. I might still have that exception of, like, that 1% chance where, like, you know, I might have been the only person that she was able to do that with. And what happened after literally being raw, after going through all holes, what did she end up doing? She ended up showing me wifey material, wifey traits. So that's why I wifed her up. Now, if she did not show me those wifey traits, I would have been like, yo, this thought, let me put it in everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say about that. What about you, Meg?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay.
Because I want to go to the point.
Yeah, please. So the question was, why, Michelle, help me out.
Yes. And basically,
The first one gets me.
questions basically are, and they go as this: why building an emotional connection is important from the start, and then why holding off on sex in the beginning.
Why building an emotional connection from the start, and why is it good or bad holding sex from a man in the beginning of a relationship?
Okay, so building an emotional connection, right? Actually makes holding the empire holding. Sex. Yeah. Yeah, because like I'm like always talking about like based on my experience because I think I'm traumatized. Because like holding on, it will like focus more on caring, on like what that person has to provide more than just like physical. Because if like you don't hold on sex, then we already spoke about how guys, like, to be honest, are when they get what they want, they just like lose interest, and we have to be honest, it's facts there. So I would definitely like, I already learned my lesson, and this might lead me to never find nobody because I'm definitely gonna hold, and it's gonna take a big while because I don't want to go through the same experience. Because I like after like I show him even wife material. You like to that girl, you wipe her up because you saw her potential, but not all guys are like that. So I think it actually like if the guy knows you the first at the beginning, like emotionally, then like in the future having sex, then it will be like more like, okay, this is because I really love her, and it's just not like physical attraction anymore. It's more affection. Am I explaining myself? Yeah, I think emotional attraction. Yes. So I think I think like I'm pro holding, like so yeah, that's my answer.
What about you, Kiara?
For the first question, which was I'm sorry, it was
why building an emotional
emotional connection is important. I think that it's important because of what you actually said earlier.
Me?
Yes, you said
really?
something earlier about how men will pretend to be emotionally connected to you just to get some pussy. Mm-hmm. And I think that right there is exactly why it's so important to have an emotional connection. Because if the emotional connection is true and is genuine, then you know there's some sort of stability or platform for that relationship to grow. If there's no emotional connection, if there's no what was the word I was using earlier? Not physical, but chemistry. Mm-hmm. If there's no chemistry there, what is there? For the second question, which is if holding back on sex makes or breaks, I think every relationship is totally different. It can either make or break, whether you do it in the beginning or you do it when the relationship is official. I think that everybody is so different. With the way that they connect to people sexually and emotionally. So
I think at the end of the day, a man is not gonna wait.
Yeah, like
so like if a woman makes a man wait, okay, cool. A man's just gonna try to fuck someone else. Yeah. And then what's gonna happen is if that woman ends up finding out, she's gonna be like, yo, he ain't shit. But then she ends up being like, he ain't shit, but then she ends up thinking, oh, it's his fault because he's a dog. But it's like, yo, like you've been withholding sex after the fucking 10th date. Like 2 months after, I'm over here eating my wings all sad. And I'm getting some fucking sad ass blowjob.
I totally...
Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that, you see, that's why I don't feel like... whether it happens in the beginning or when it happens, whether you hold off on it and wait, I just feel like according to the connection that you have to the person, the chemistry, because we could have some wild chemistry and I hold off and that builds our chemistry. We could have some mid chemistry, I hold off and that breaks that little
or we could have just some sexual chemistry and we just gotta fuck and that's it, and then be like, yo, high five, yo, it was a good time, and that's it.
That was great.
Yeah.
That's it. And listen, no disrespect to my women who do hold off. No disrespect to my women who fuck on the first date, bro. Like everybody's different,
Right.
And I don't know. Everybody just vibes different with each other.
What about you, Speedy?
All right, so can you ask the questions again to me?
So the question is,
Yo, for real.
Well, yeah, Michelle, yeah.
Michelle, what was the question?
The first question was if
It was just 2 questions. That's what gets me.
question was if that emotional connection in the beginning is important.
Emotional connection is important from the start.
Why building an emotional connection is important from the start,
Why holding off on sex in the beginning really
and why holding off from sex
Okay.
is important or not.
All right. So here's my take on both topics or questions. So I look at it as this, man. Like, you know, we born here, man. We live life, man. We born here to not be attached to this world, man. So if you're gonna be you, be wholeheartedly you. So when you said that you disagreed with me, I just want to ask you, what did you see, bro?
What you mean?
You said you disagreed with a video that I made.
The video that you made, I didn't disagree with any video of you
No,
made.
you said a point. I'm sorry, not a point. I think you said a point about the emotional stuff. Remember you said?
Oh,
Earlier.
because I think I saw that, you know, you mentioned that you were I can't remember, to be honest. I don't want to misquote and then be wrong.
Word. But I think I know which one you're talking about. But pretty much what I was pretty much saying is that, you know, be emotionally intelligent. You feel me? So if you feeling like you feel a genuine emotion, even when you're stoic, you're emotional. You're just showing less emotion than
Right.
the average person.
Right.
That's regardless. Everybody's emotional in here. We have emotions. I think having an emotional connection in a relationship is literally the foundation. You feel me? It's the foundation of what's to come, which is the chemistry, which is the family, which is the marriage, which is everything like that. So in order for you to court the person, there has to be emotion shown. Obviously, don't overcompensate your emotions. Don't do that, because that creates the imbalance. Obviously, show emotion. Be free with what you want to express,
Right.
but be intelligent on where you're putting that energy and
Love
emotion.
that.
So that's what I feel. I feel like being emotionally intelligent is what builds the foundation. So as a man, know how to control it, know how to show it, know when to show it. And as a woman, you know how to control that thing too, control those emotions and know how to put it in the right pocket so to grow the right relationship and foundation. What was you gonna say?
No, I mean, you have a good point.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with most people on the panel where, like, it just kind of depends, you know, because I've been in scenarios where, you know, it didn't work out. If I waited 2 months and then it kind of did work out,
To show emotion,
if it just happened the first night, the sex part.
Oh, I didn't answer that.
You know?
Yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the second question was whether sex makes.
Holding off of sex.
Oh man, yeah, I think it's definitely subjective on the chemistry between the two, you know. But I honestly think, you know, women, and this is not to make any women feel bad in here, but it's real, and this is real shit. When you have sex with a man, if you are a virgin woman, you are his wife. That's the fact of life. You become one with the man. Like, literally, law. If you want to look at the actual law of what it is, if what consummates a marriage, not no ring, not no papers, not none of that, is sex. Is the becoming of one with the man. That's why you think women who lose their virginity, they get so attached to a man.
Sex is a soul tie.
That's exactly what it is. That means y'all souls became. You are one now. Y'all are one together now.
Now, let me push back on that.
Go ahead, brother.
Do you think it's the same for a man and a woman, or is it just the way you just described it, or is it just a woman's perspective?
That's why I said women. That's why I said it in the beginning. I said
Okay.
because that's what the woman is.
Right.
The woman is a. I mean, look, it's all in the name. You are a woman. You are a man with a womb.
I never thought about it, man. You preacher.
So it's It's etymology. You gotta look at the words y'all read, man. You are a woman. You are a man with a womb. That's why I said in the beginning, yo, God made man, man made woman.
I like that, Speedy.
You follow what I'm saying?
I like that.
And we make the children.
I like that.
You know what I mean? It's all of that. It's all of that in one. So I think withholding sex, if it's a man that's hyperly sexual, I mean, most men are. We all hypersexual. You know, that's our nature. If you withhold from a man,
now, just to be clear, most men are, but not all men are actually having the actual sex.
Right.
Most of them are just jerking off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that it depends on if the man honors the fact that you're making him wait. It's men that honor that. It's men that don't honor that. It's men that's gonna be like, I'm not with that type of shit. But it's men that honor that because he understands, yo, that's sacred energy that you holding right now, and you want to make things right. I understand, like, I can understand if a woman wants me to wait because I understand, like,
Now, Speedy, what
ahead.
if, let's say hypothetically, you're single,
Go ahead.
okay? Or maybe you could relate this to your single life.
Go ahead.
If a girl had a bunch of bodies,
Oh, yeah.
now all of a sudden she wants to be a woman of God, and she's like, you know what? This is my energy. I gave it up, to 99 people.
Yeah. And
But
you're not
you're the
about to,
100th guy.
you're not
and you know
about to
what?
get that.
I wanna make you work for it. And what would you feel or think about that?
I mean, hey, you could do that with the next guy, not me, because I know what that is. Like if I know that you've done that, obviously I'm coming to you with expectations. Like, yo, I want that. You feel me? And I know you're not trying to make me the 100 guy. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out. Work that exercise with the next guy, not me, because I know what you're about. You showed me what you were. You showed the world what you were. So my expectation is, one thing I want to say is that everybody literally tells the world who they are just by how they portray themselves.
Facts.
Body language, especially Instagrams, what you show and project to the world is what they're gonna follow you for. So if you a video vixen, if you a what do you call it, Instagram baddie, if you any of those things, what do you think everybody gonna come to you for?
Facts.
Those things in demand. I'm a speaker. I'm a public speaker, motivational speaker. Hey, who wants some motivation? Come to Speedy page. If you want to hear about red pill content, women nature, if you want to hear this type of stuff, hey, we got B. We got B here for that. You know what I mean? You want bartending stuff? Her. You feel me? What do you say you do again?
I'm a student.
You're a student. I mean, hey, if you want to study together, hey, it's just certain things. So it's just like, yo, if a woman's out here doing these type of things, of course we're gonna come after you, man.
Yeah.
But if you try to make us wait and play us like that, then men aren't stupid. We know, like,
Right. I think the issue now is that most women they make themselves as objects, sexual objects on Instagram. They promote that. And then I see them on a G-string with I basically see their asshole.
word.
And then next thing you know, they're complaining about a bunch of DMs about thirsty guys. It's like, yo, like, what do you expect? But
you want to know why? It's funny you say that though, because I look at it as like, and this is a lot of women. I'm not saying y'all women in here, because y'all women are very mature in here, but there's a lot of women who don't understand what accountability is, bro. They don't understand what accountability is, and they make their own situations and cry over it.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right,
Relationships, they technically, you said earlier, women have the last say so when it comes to sex and all that stuff, and they cry over it when they were the ones that obviously allowed it to happen. They allowed the babies to come in. They allowed all these things to happen.
Right.
But they're in the control. So if you're out here objectifying yourself, you just literally showed the world that's what you want to be known as. So that's what what you expect.
Right.
What do you expect? Hold yourself accountable for your actions, or don't complain.
That's a good point, Speedy. And just to top the whole episode off.
Yeah.
We've been talking about us guys. We've been talking about a lot of shit, and I feel like there might be, correct me if I'm wrong, there might be a question from the women out here, and I decided to start doing this now on. If there's any questions from the women on the panel for us guys, I'd be happy to answer them.
For sure.
And if you guys don't, no problem. I'll just close up the show. That'll be it. and we'll take a nice shot, and then we'll go from there. Do you guys have any questions towards us?
I do. I do.
Oh shit! Go.
Okay, you go.
All right. Oh no. Why don't we give it to Mech? Why don't we give it to Mech?
Okay.
Mech, go ahead.
So, but like, let me elaborate the question well, because I sometimes I start like rambling and I don't want to do that. Because you were talking about like, oh, women objectify themselves in Instagram.
I was talking about that. No.
Oh, you. Okay. Sorry. So like the thing is, like some women like I don't feel it's necessary to like kind of like seek for attention. It's more about like, oh, I feel confident in my skin. Because like, for example, I do have bikini pictures in my Instagram. But then like okay, ex guy I was talking to, he will always would like, oh, you girls all objectify yourself sexually in Instagram, and you all want attention, blah, 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 blah. So, but then yet I was like saying to him, okay, so why are you feeling that attention for, like, you're talking to me, but then I found out you were like pursuing this girl who's showing herself like in a really like, okay, she does want attention. But then when I do it, for her, if her, it's okay. But for me, it's not okay, right? And she's showing more than me. So why are you guys like always like contradicting yourself when it comes to like, if you like talking or dating a girl and then you like, oh, this girl, I don't want you to be in a relationship because you have like bikini posts, bikini pictures.
That's the question?
Yeah, that's the question.
You mind if I answer first? The reason why we do that is because, like I said earlier, by nature, y'all are supposed to be loyal to one man. So when you put yourself out there to want to be objectified and seen by all these other men, energetically, that's not good for you. And morally, for us, we don't feel right with that. We don't feel right with our woman, like, being objectified and having all that attention on her. And we're going to let you know that we don't like that. But by nature, we are men, so we want multiple women. We want that. We love women. That's what we love, right? But you got to understand, if he's talking to you, he's courting you, he's trying to take you seriously, why would you want to kind of throw him off by doing the same thing all these other women doing? That makes you the same as them, which makes him not take you seriously.
Good point.
The thing is, just like he said, if you're standing with 10 girls, they're all hoes. Let's say there's 2 good girls. But us as men, we pay attention, right? And we know those 10 girls are hoes, or those 8 girls are hoes. And you're standing next to them. You might be a good girl, that's fine. But we're already off the bat gonna think, okay, yeah, she's a hoe too. Just like if we're 10 guys and you see that we're fucking losers, even if 2 of us are, multi-millionaires or whatever, you're gonna be like, yo, they're fucking losers too. Right?
All associated. It's all association.
Yeah,
based.
I think to capitalize on that, it's you have to be aware of what you're receiving from that man. So I've had that issue in the past, in my past relationships. I'm a personal trainer. I do content creating. Most of my demographics is women, good-looking women. I train a lot of good-looking women. I'm not gonna lie. Now, when I had a girlfriend in the past, and she had an issue with me always liking other women's pages, which is completely fine. I completely understand. You don't like that.
You don't like that?
However,
I hate that.
right. However, those other women, they're just receiving a like. And let me just get into deep to it before you react with your feelings. Now, I'm just
Facts.
liking their pages and their pictures. You're still getting the dates. You're still getting the vacations. You're still getting the time with me, Netflix and chill. You're still getting sex with me. This is fucking just social media, number 1. Number 2, if I own a business, and I'm trying to push my analytics out there. The more girls that I like on Instagram and on TikTok, the more my page shows up on their pages. Now, the more times that my page shows up on their pages, the more hit ups I will get because they end up seeing my content. And my content is all about my business.
And the
Now,
business
if they end up
feeds
seeing
you.
that, I end up signing them up because I'm a good salesman. Now, if they end up signing up to personal training, yo, guess who gets the benefits of going on more vacations and more dates and
You
more
do.
5-star restaurants?
You do.
And more Netflix and chills.
Yep.
And more, you know what? Matter of fact, I'll just take a day off because I just made fucking 10 grand last month. Fuck it.
Oh shit.
Can I? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh
Okay,
man.
that's different. That's different. But you don't have to specifically like bikini pics.
Why not?
That's, no.
Wait,
Because,
but you post those though. So why can't he like those? And other
Ooh.
men can like your pictures.
Oh.
Okay, first.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
first-
shit.
Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah. First, responding to what you were saying. Okay, yeah, you can like the picture of any girl, but like, if you like a picture, like, and it can be like a few, but like my problem is when you have one specific girl you like, come on, guys. If you like a bikini picture, it's because you like what you see. Like that's my.
But I think we established that already. Like we you know, like, listen, I could die. Listen.
No, no. Hold on. I like what I see. I ain't about to. No,
Yeah,
I like what I
Mac,
see.
If we're
I like
dating,
what I see. I like what I see.
I'm sorry. If we're dating, and I see another good-looking Colombian woman passes by, yo, it's not. I don't want to look, but evolutionarily speaking, I'm gonna just look real quick or use my peripherals to just look. It's just evolutionary speaking, like that's just.
It's because women, they love with their mind. Men don't love with their minds. We love with their dick. Not love. Sorry. Let me. I excuse you, but we don't love with our dick. We just feel with our dick more than our mind.
Yeah.
Right? That's what, but loving is different. We might love one girl. We'll fucking die for her. We'll do whatever. We'll provide for her. Give her a house, vacation, like you said, car, whatever. Right? But see, there's some fucking big booty bitch passing by us, right? Me and Brian on the street.
We love that.
We love that shit.
We love it.
That's just what we do.
We honor.
That is not me. Look, you can. After that incident, you can ask Brian. You can ask me. We go home. You have a fucking lie detector test right there for us. Do you love your girl? Would you
Yes.
ask for your girl?
Yes.
That lie detector test will never fucking detect a lie.
Facts.
So it's different.
Kara, it
I-
seems like you had something.
I
to say.
do.
Go
I
ahead.
want to reply to all of you because I feel like we are talking about one specific mindset of a woman.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
She grew up with men.
I grew up with men, but besides that, I'm a fan of women. I'm a fan of beautiful women. I'm a fan of beautiful women, as we all are, and we are all creatures of habit. And listen, I don't give a shit if my boyfriend's liking Filomena and Felipe's picture. Like me personally, but everybody's different. You know, that could bother you. I feel like there was a point in my life that stuff like that bothered me. Now, like I'm just a little more
Secure.
Secure. I know what I bring to the table. You know, to me, like I know what I got. I have that secured. If my man's liking pictures, bro, that don't mean shit to me. I mean, it's one thing you over here DMing girls. That's cheating, bro. That's cheating, big bro. You're bugging. But liking pictures is liking pictures, bro. I like pictures. I have friends. Listen, I work in the industry.
Whoa, you like other guys' pictures?
No, I mean, like I have friends.
I was gonna say.
No, but I have guy friends too. I like pictures. My boyfriend doesn't
That's
care.
haram.
And so look,
That's
like
haram, bro.
But I like pictures. I don't care. And like I was gonna say, look, I work in the industry. I have big booty friends, and you know, and they post their snaps on Instagram, and I want to like it. Shit, I want to like it so I can understand why my brother wants to like it. You know, like, and I just look at social media. I don't look at social media like that's life. You know, social media. Bro, sometimes I scroll and I like things I didn't even know I liked it. Like, who cares? Like, I don't know. I just look at it like that. It's just not a big deal. But I also want to reply to something that you said.
Go ahead.
You said that women, I don't remember the way you exactly said it, but you said basically women, our duty is to be loyal to a man. Is that what you said? Correct me if I'm wrong. You may have said it in a different...
I said the nature of it. Yes. But they don't really have to. It's a choice. It's a choice.
So I just want to reply to that because my question for you guys follows that up.
Okay, go ahead. There's
a saying that if a man cheats on his wife, that's not the type of man that you want to do business with because you can't trust that man. Because you can't trust a cheater. A cheater will cheat, whether it's just.
No, I would still trust that guy. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
Know.
You know, because a guy is gonna understand another guy's perspective. It's like, yo, it is what it is. Like,
there's one thing about cheating on some girl that you don't see a future with, but you say you cheat on your wife, right? This is your wife, someone that you have decided to put into the world and admit to the world that this is the person I love. I want to be with her.
God,
I
don't want to get into this point.
I disagree.
It's gonna be another hour.
I disagree.
But I'm dead ass gonna say, yo.
All right,
like,
go ahead. Answer. Hold on, wait. She's still questioning, right? You still questioning?
I just want to pick you guys' brain on.
Yo, let's do this at the restaurant or something, bro.
No. Go ahead. We'll answer quick. Go ahead. Answer the question. Ask the question. Ask the question.
I don't really want to answer the question.
No. Come on.
Ask.
All right, you know what? We're gonna skip my point. I'm just gonna go to my question.
Go ahead.
Do you guys hold yourself to the same standards that you hold women to?
Yeah, because I'm the standard.
But no, you gotta ask what the standard is. What's the standard that you hold us men?
But I'm not asking that. I'm asking the standard that you, as a man, hold a woman to.
But there's difference.
Hold yourself accountable and hold yourself to that standard.
For sure.
But if I would have been able to finish my last point, then we'd understand why this was my question. Because, like I said, it was a follow up to the question.
No, I get it. Now, why don't you back up that question just so that we can provide that knowledge to our audience?
Okay, so like I was saying before,
please.
People make mistakes. People do things that they're not supposed to. But when you make a vow to someone and you cheat that vow, that is, in many eyes, that's a sin, first of all. I'm not religious, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about people's sins. But in some senses, it's a sin. It's something wrong. You went against a vow that you decided to take. So when I said that, some people would say that they wouldn't trust a man that cheats on their wife. Your wife is supposed to be your life partner. Why should I trust a man in a business as my partner in business if he can cheat on his life partner like nothing? Like that means nothing to him. Cheating on his wife didn't even affect his conscience.
But what is cheating?
Sleeping with another person.
What if he tells his wife?
That's different.
Is that cheating?
That's still
you
still cheated. You're just admitted to cheating.
How was that cheating still if I told you?
That's if it's pre-discussed though, because some people have an open marriage.
That's what I'm saying.
If that's pre-discussed and you have an open marriage, that's one thing. But if you have a closed marriage, you choose not. Obviously, you guys have an understanding where.
So here's the question I want to ask you. You said that if a man cheats on his wife, should you trust that man in a business? You saying like being a business partner?
I'm saying that's a saying
that's what she asked.
I'm asking if you agree with that because that's something that I've seen in different different discussions.
Because there's a lot of men who treat their women like queens still and just have sex with other women. Is a difference if he mistreats his wife. If he mistreats her, abuses her any type of way, then now he's questionable. But now he has a question mark.
You don't see. I can see.
You follow what I'm saying?
I do follow what you're saying, but do you not in any sense see that cheating is a version of mistreating your wife? If your marriage is
so can I break it down to you like I was It's all gonna go back to nature. We don't have to go biblical, but I might have to do it again so I can help you understand what this means. By nature, men are polygamous. By nature, I didn't make it this way. God did. He made you not polygamous, right? You can't have multiple. You can only be loyal to literally one man in this world. It's not a chick I know out here that's loyal to 3 men at the same time. It can't happen. You're gonna always love one man more than the other. You follow what I'm saying? So as a man, right? If my boy is like, yo, man, I love my wife, but like, you know, I love this. I have a relationship with this other girl. I'm gonna understand it too, but I'm like, yo, how is your relationship, you and your wife? Like, I don't like, we're good. I'm like, yo, bro, I understand because it's nature at the end of the day. We have our what do you call it? Nature kicks in at some point.
Yo, I'm gonna just be
Nature-
I'm gonna just be
nature kicks
raw.
in.
Yo, we get bored. Yo,
Nature
we
kicks in.
we get bored with the same ass cheeks, okay? And sometimes, yo, like I'm having too much vanilla and you need some fucking chocolate one day out of the year.
Yeah.
You know, you have an apple every day. Sometimes you want a fucking peach.
That's facts.
You know, but the thing is, I am loyal to the apple because I come back from that peach. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you said something about marriage and all that stuff. Listen, like that's very religious. I'm a man of God. I completely agree with that. But the thing is, 9 times out of 10, not all times, but 9 times out of 10, men are almost bullied into marriage. If we had a choice, we would have no fucking problem still being your fucking boyfriend.
But that's what I was saying.
Hold on.
You choose to get married, though.
Still being your fucking boyfriend without putting the ring on it, without putting the fucking wedding ring on it, without putting 100 G's on the fucking marriage. Just because at the end of the day, you guys end up fucking... the day is for y'all. Like
That's what I'm about to say.
You think we dream about a fucking white dress? We don't give a fuck.
You said choose to get married. No, we marry you.
Yeah.
You get our last name.
Like we get
but
bullied.
you're
like,
still choosing to marry.
at the end of the day, listen,
Like, I'm totally for that.
we end up getting bullied. We like, listen, the girl ends up saying, listen, like there's been a
wish I agreed
time,
that men
there's
do
a
get bullied
time
into
where,
getting married.
you know,
I
we,
agree.
we've been together
Women
for
too.
5 years or 6 years. Yo, what's the next step? The family is saying, yo, what's the next step? You know, even the dog is like, yo,
Pressure from
you know
all
what I'm saying?
aspects.
So like, like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, fuck, man. Like I can't lose this girl because she's wifey. I'm gonna end up asking her to marry me, but it's not because it's coming out of the guy. It's because it's like, yo, like I don't want to lose her.
Yeah.
She's putting me in a corner. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I totally understand that because, like I just said over to him, I do believe that some men are bullied into getting married, and women too. But that's why when I said that when you choose to marry someone, you weren't bullied into it. This is something that you want. You as a man. Everybody's different.
We don't want that. We
There
just
are
don't. We don't want to lose the
women
girl.
too, but there
We
are
do
some
it
men
just
too.
because we get bullied.
Because me personally, like, let's say my boyfriend pops down on one knee tomorrow. Like, I'm not the type of girl. I don't want a fucking $1 million wedding. Like, it's not that serious to me.
Yeah, but you
I could
still-
get married on a beach or.
But tell me, you still want the
yeah.
wedding though.
Not really.
So then why are we having this conversation? Why are you bringing up a wedding?
Because my point was, you guys are this entire podcast we have been talking about women and their standard and the standard that you guys have for women. So
Right.
that's why I was asking you.
Yeah.
She's flipping the
I'm
synopsis.
trying to flip the script and get you to see the world the way we see it.
Okay.
And
Do you? Oh, go ahead. No, finish that last point you're about to say, and then I'm gonna ask you this question.
okay. So the reason why I brought up marriage and when men actually, some men do choose to marry women. They want to marry her. I want to make her my wife. You know, like that's what they want.
That's not most
So
people.
I'm not saying that's all men, but the men. That's why I said that type of man, the man that wants to marry her. I want to marry her. I want to make her my wife. I want to make that vow. Why should I trust that type of man? That's what he wanted. This is the vision he had for himself, and he's ruining it. You get what I'm trying to say? And I look at it just like a woman. Like, if you're begging a man to marry you, now you're married. Y tú estás aquí cheating with your ex-mans or cheating with some guy that you met on the street or something like that. It's just as wrong. You get what I'm trying to say?
Do you? And yeah, that's actually a that's a valid question for us. And you said that the whole conversation has been about women, pretty much, and the nature of women and stuff like that. And you said that if we understand y'all perspective.
I want to know, like, if you guys put yourselves in the shoes of the women that you have these expectations for, and you hold yourselves to that standard that you hold for her.
Yeah, I think we do, because I think men understand female nature more than women understand male nature.
Okay.
I think women are very, very by nature, and this is the reason why I'm saying it's all nature shit. It's all nature based. It's not to do with material. Biologically, y'all are self-centered women. Y'all are self-centered. Y'all care about only y'all, and y'all, because there's nothing wrong with that, though. There's nothing wrong with this.
Men tend to be self-centered, and men also. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I also think that men sometimes assume that they know. Some men do understand the female mind and the way it works, but I also think that some men think that they know everything about women. That's true. And they don't know shit.
I don't disagree at all with what you're saying. You're making valid points.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Absolutely. So what I'm saying is that of course men. Why do you think men do everything men do is based around women? True. Everything, all this shit, everything you see in this world is for y'all. That's the real truth. If you wanted to hear that,
we get a new car, it's for y'all to flex.
That's what I wanted to hear, but that's an interesting.
We get a job, it's to get more money.
Everything.
That's an interesting thing to say after we discussed how we live in a men's world.
But it wouldn't be nothing without y'all in it. That's true. That's the song James Brown made, right?
That's the only point I was trying to make.
Come on, man.
Guys, we need to close this shit up.
we understand. We understand women.
I'm over here.
We understand.
I'm going to be paying overtime right now. Holy God damn. All right. So listen, yo, shit, man. Like I need to get all you guys together again.
Let's do it.
Listen.
We got to,
real quick, what did you guys think about the pod? Would you guys come again? Like, real quick, 2 sentences. Mac, you go.
No. That we are being judged, like, without, like, guys, like, are judging, like, women in general without even getting to know the person. That's it.
So would you come again or no?
I would, yeah.
You would? So again, what did you think about the podcast? It was good, bad?
It was good, but like I was like disappointed in men. That's I have to be honest.
She's disappointed in your.
We're disappointment. All right. What about you, Kiara? Go ahead.
I had a good time. I think this was a good podcast. I am glad that I was able to flip the script and make you guys think a little bit about the perspective that you're giving out and expecting of women.
Yeah.
Because I think that all men, what they put out into the world, they should also, or what they want to receive in this world, they should also put out. Yes. I think anybody, human beings, what we put out, what we want to receive, we should put out into the world.
I like that.
What you put out is what you should hope to receive. Not everybody receives it because we live in a shitty world. But,
Facts.
But I had a good time and I would come again.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm about to send you an email right now to book another one, bro.
That's
my opinion.
What about you, Speedy? Go ahead.
Oh, man, this is...
Sit on the mic.
Wait, all right, so you asked me what I think about the podcast.
What did you think about the podcast, and would you come again?
Oh, yeah, I will come. Hey, bro, I'm here. Every time you call me, I'm here, bro. We locked in. Speedy Tribe, baby. You feel me? And y'all all part of Speedy. Every single person in here is part of the Speedy Tribe.
I'm part of the Speedy Tribe?
Part of the Speedy Tribe,
Oh,
bro.
shit. Okay.
I
feel fast already.
That's how we do it. That's how
we
do it.
I feel fast already, bro.
Yeah, this podcast was great. We tapped into some great things. I think we all have a better understanding of nature of male and female here.
Hell yeah.
As needed.
I think we learned from each other, number one. Number two, there's a few reasons why I did not really get into like the dating masculine stuff with you because I needed I needed a fight back, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to get spicy, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm brown, bro. I needed some Tabasco sauce in this bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's do
guys,
it,
this is the After Hours show. That's a wrap. Speedy, Kiara, Mecca,
We still honor
Follow
the
you
women. We
guys.
still honor
Follow
the women.
them. And that's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap.
We proud of you.